Hi guys, what's up? Have you ever wondered how you can survive with little money when your job is paying you so little? This is me surviving in less than 20,000 Kenyan shillings a month, and I have a lot of things to do with the money. Like, I have a lot of responsibilities, but I can survive with the money. So I'll be breaking down how I survive in less than 20,000, and also I'll be putting maybe here or here in dollars how much that is in dollars. So this is me telling you how I am able to survive with less than $200 or less than $150 in Kenya. My name is Mwanzi Jules here on YouTube. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming and joining this platform. Today I'll be showing you how you can survive with how I am surviving with less money. That is 17,000 Kenyan shillings. So I'll put here or here I'll convert into dollars. So when I started working, I started work with which was paying not so much, but I had no choice because I had no other option. I wanted work. I had finished school. I wanted work, and I was not getting any work. So what I did, I got some. I'll not say how I got the job, but I got a job far from home, like maybe 200, I think 300 kilometers or 200 kilometers from home. And I moved from my hometown to where I am right now, where I always shoot my videos. So I moved here with the nothing. So I had no savings, I had nothing, and at home we are I'm the firstborn. So behind me, I have siblings who are still at school, like two, no, one. The last born was at school. We are five, so the last born was at school still. And my dad, the work he's doing is not even paying much. I'm from a very humble background, so I wanted something to help my dad. And don't get me wrong, but I know when a parent educates you, they expect when you finish school you get a job that will also support them, but that was not my case. So I stayed home for long, and when I got my job, it was not paying so much, but at least it was paying me because I had nothing completely. So when I was employed, I was getting 15,000 Kenyan shillings. And the 15,000 Kenyan shillings, I had to pay rent, to pay my food, and also to settle down because I came with only my clothes. So I had to find a place to rent, a very affordable place, and also find a way to be eating. And also, God helped me so much that I found a place where I can just walk to my workplace. No transportation needed. So that was a plus. So when I came here, that was the amount I was getting. I was being paid 15,000. But now the person was so the person who employed me was very good, that he gave me also a loan of 15,000. So the 15,000, they were cutting like 2,000 every month so that I can pay. I was paying the loan with interest, but now it helped me to find a house to rent because as I said, I had nothing, I had no money. So I found a place to rent. I went and I bought a mattress, blankets, and some few pots for cooking. Then that I continued from there. So I've been working where I'm working still. It's the same place. I've been working for some time. Then after some time, I was my salary. They added my salary to 20,000. So in Kenya, when you get the 20,000, the taxes, they are supposed to even when I was being paid 15,000, I was being deducted the medical insurance and the what is it called, the pension something, the retirement fund, something like that. So they were cutting direct before I get the money, they cut it, and also the taxes from the government. So when I was added the amount, I said, thank you, Lord. Mark you, I'm still living in the same place where I started living, because I'll be breaking down how much everything costs and how I'm able to survive. So the place, when they added me, it was not long ago, this year on in January, they added me like 5,000 on top of my salary. So I'm getting 20,000. But I have my sister, I have a family. It's not my they are not my responsibility because I'm alone. I don't have a kid. So it was like, if I get that money, I can do whatever I want. Like, I am not obligated to do anything. But because I know and I saw how my dad was struggling, I decided it's my responsibility to help my dad educate our last born sister, my last born sister. So the breakdown of the 20,000, I had some dates last year when I was going for graduation. So I was going back and forth because the place was so far from my school. So I was going back and forth like in a week twice because I was doing exam, and also the fare was a lot. Then it came up a point where I was being like, I had an area in school which I didn't know, so I had to find that money. So I had some debts. But before that, I was my sister, when she joined in 2022, yeah, she joined in 2023. Yes, 2023 in September. I said I'll be helping my dad to pay her school fees. So this is how I did it. That time I was not being paid 20,000 Kenyan shillings. I was being paid 15,000. So, and the 15,000, my rent was 3,000 Kenyan shillings. From the time I came here, it was 3,020 Kenyan shillings. I'll put here in USD. So I've been surviving that way every month. I pay rent because rent you cannot compromise. So 3,000 per month, every month. So you can imagine. So 15,000, and then they deduct like 2,000. So I get 13,000. I pay rent 3,000. Then I remain with 10,000. The 10,000, I was giving my dad 5,000, not $50, but 5,000 Kenyan shillings to support him for my sister's school fees. So 5,000 was going to school fees. I remain with 5,000. 5,000, I have to pay some debts that I had. Like half of the 5,000, I pay some debts. I also help my mom not every month, but at least I help her. Maybe this month I give her some money, next I don't give her, but they did not ask me to do that. So it's just that I wanted to help my dad because we have struggled a lot and I know how it feels. So I didn't care, like, I'll not have, like, I'll not eat good food, I'll not have good clothes. I didn't care about that, but I wanted to help them. So the school fees is 5,000. Then after some time, that's in 2023. Before that, I was being deducted 2,000 by the government, taxes and everything. Then 2,000 from my employer, the loan he had given me. Then the balance, now because my sister was not at school before 2023 September. She was not in school, so that was that. So I've been surviving like that. Then this year, as I said, I was adding some amount, and then it became much better because the debt, I had a lot of debt. So at least the debt I was paying faster than I expected. So I'll also give you the exact ways I do so that I don't have like within the month, because I'm paid in a month, like the end of the month I'm paid. So there are some things that I do that will make sure I'll survive through the month. After I'm given the salary, I survive through the month. I'll share with you. So with everything and the humble background that I came from, it has taught me a lot, but that will be another video. So today I'll give you, okay, I'll tell you what I'm doing so that you can implement where you feel possible. And this video is just for encouragement, and also for those who want to they're receiving a small amount and they want to survive. Sometimes we have responsibilities that we are not able to meet, but when you do what I did, you can find a way. And also what I'll add is that I'm not living in a big city like our capital city, Nairobi. So the amount that I get, I can squeeze as much as I want, provided I have the food that will run through the month, and also I have a way to cook, and yeah, the rent. That's it. Another thing, this year, I started content last year. Then this year, I was able to buy my phone. My phone was 24,000 Kenyan shillings. I'll also tell you that after some time here, I decided to go to a merry-go-round, to join a merry-go-round. This is where you're like 10 people, those who are not in Kenya, you are like 10 people. Then every month you like give 10 or whichever number, then every month everybody gives a certain amount, then we give number one. We have numbers, so when we remove we release the amount every month, we give number one, then the next month number two. So I decided to join a merry-go-round so that I can buy a phone. I can be able to buy a phone because my work, like my YouTube work, depends on the phone. So that's what I did, and I'll share with you in another video how I did that. So, how can you survive in a little salary, but you survive throughout the month? So here in Kenya, I think minimum wage is 15,000. Others are getting below that, but it's supposed to be 15,000. I guess, I'm not sure. So the 15,000, when you get the 15,000, the government will tax you. They will deduct medical insurance. They will deduct a retirement fund, and I think it's a must. So the amount you get, if you are employed with a salary of 15,000, the amount you get, it's deducted like directly before it reaches you. So this is how I do it. In my house, mostly I'm alone, and because I know what I have things to accomplish every month and every year, so like a vision board or something. So like since my sister joined college, I knew every month I must support my dad with 5,000. So the 5,000 I can't compromise. So the rent, this year they increased the rent with 300 bob, 300 shillings. So it's 3,300. So the rent is 3,300. Then my the college school fees is 5,000 Kenyan shillings. Then food, I make sure I don't go beyond 1,500 Kenyan shillings. So my food is always 1,500 Kenyan shillings. Then, as I said, I'm not so far from my work. It's maybe 3 kilometers or 2 point something kilometers from my house. So I don't use transport. So that's that. Then I was in a merry-go-round, which we were paying 3,000. Then I had a mobile loan, which I like around 8,000, but I was not paying everything. I was paying like maybe 2,000, or I pay all, then I remove less that way. So it was expensive, yes, but I did it. So how I did it is like this. When I go home, like I went home on leave. When I come back, I make sure I come with a lot of food from home. A lot of food, I mean, food that are not perishable, like maize, grinding maize for maize meal, and also some. I think that's the important thing because I love maize meal. Like, yeah, sometimes I go home and I come with porridge flour. So when I come here, I don't buy anything. So that has helped me so much, and it has reduced my budget. Another thing that you can do, you can do bulk shopping. So as I said, I do 1,500, but if I see I can squeeze some amount, like things like cooking oil, soap, and the dry things, I do bulky. Like me, per month I use maybe for cooking oil less than a liter, not a liter. So a liter can go half, 1.5 months. So when I have an amount that I've given, like I've paid rent, I've paid school fees, I've paid everything, and some debt I've reduced, the amount that I remain with, I make sure, not every month though, but when I see it's a little high, I do bulky shopping. Bulky in this manner. The cooking oil, I do like 3 liters. So 3 liters, that will go maybe 5 months or 6 months, mostly 6 months, 3 liters. So that will save me 6 months of buying cooking oil every day. Then the soap, I'll buy maybe 2 bars, the 1 kg, 2 bars, and also bathing soap. I'll buy several, like 3. So 2 bars, 1 bar, I go with it around 2 months. So the 2 bars will go for 4 months. Then the cleaning things like washing powder and toilet cleaner, I buy like washing powder, I'll maybe buy maybe 500 grams, and then toilet cleaner, I buy the bigger one. It will go more than 2 months. So monthly, what I'll be buying, it will be maybe like salt. Of course, we don't buy salt every month because I buy the bigger one and it will last for a longer time, and also it's not that expensive. So what I'll be buying in between the month is sometimes even rice. I buy a lot, but not so much because I don't eat a lot of rice. So the rice, I might buy 2 kgs, then the next month I don't buy like that. Then I make sure I have cooking gas. So the cooking gas, we refill it with 1500 in Kenya. So the 1500, the gas is supposed to last 4 months, not less than 4 months. To top up that, I always buy charcoal. So if you have watched my vlogs, you have seen me cooking sometimes with a jiko or gas or a jiko. So the charcoal helps me to cook like things that take time to cook. I cook it on a jiko, like the beans. Like when I want to cook chapati, I don't use my gas so that I can save. And the charcoal, I when I buy like a whole sack, it goes maybe 7 months. So that's a plus. I really save a lot when I do that. So also, I don't buy like you can see, for a long time, maybe from last year January until this year, I've never gone to the salon and braided my hair the amount more than 150 Kenyan shillings. If it's more, it's 200 bob, 200 shillings. So I use this simple style. Sometimes I go and they do cornrows, or I do this. Sometimes I do my own hair so that I can save. I know I'm a girl, I need to look good, but I found a simple way to look good and still cheap, because the amount is tight. My budget is very, very tight. So that's what I do. I just do for now 2 years. I've never like braided with the braids that they buy. Never. So my budget is always 150. Like this one, I did it last month, but because it went, and when it becomes ragged, I just because I went in the salon and they did it, I just remove. Like this one, I'm still doing it myself. I remove one, I repair. I remove one, I repair. So this month I'll not be going to the to the salon. I'll only go to the salon when I'm going home for Christmas, because I want to look good. That's the only time I'll be going to the salon. But right now, I'm saving and I'm doing my own hair. So that's that. Also, I don't buy a lot of things in my house that I don't need. So I know myself, and I know I don't like many things, and also things that I don't use, or I don't need, I don't buy. So if you see my utensils, I've never bought like since I came here. The ones that I have is the one that I bought when I came here. They are the ones that I have. The pots I have never added. The plates never added. Some broke. I have never added. So mostly I'm alone. So the shopping that the utensils that I'll use, maybe it's for 3 people, just in case I have a friend. But I have a friend in my apartment. So when I have a lot of people, I just go there and borrow. Not every day though. Yeah. So that's that. Also, like, I don't usually buy clothes because I had a lot of clothes. When I was at home, I had a lot of clothes, and I thought they were, I not even thinking, but I knew they were decent, so I can go there with them at work. So I had a lot of them, though they wear out, and then I burned them. But mostly I just go for thrift clothes, which are cheap. Like this top that I'm wearing, it's very cheap, very, very cheap, less than 50 cents. That's less than 50 shillings in Kenyan shillings. Yeah, less than 50 shillings. And it's not like I buy clothes every month. This year I bought, there's a video I did that when I was buying some tops. That's this year. Last year I didn't buy any cloth. So, and I don't mind how I look here, because I'm here to not to struggle but to grind. So I'm here to look for money, not to look good. Though I'm not saying that I cannot look good, but my priorities are much, like I have a lot of priorities than expensive things like clothes. Clothes, I just go for thrift clothes, then I come and wash well, like this one. You see, I'm okay. I'm looking cute and it's very cheap. So when I have some extra money after I've done everything, and I see I have like maybe 500 for veggies, because veggies you have to go to buy it maybe daily or after 2 days. So I have some amount that set aside for veggies for the whole month. Then the one that remains, that's what I'll, maybe if it's 100 bob, I'll say let me go and buy some tops, or let me go and find a pant that's worth 100 Kenyan shilling, because here in Kenya, thrift clothes are very cheap. So that's how I survive here. So I've been surviving like that with the little money that I've been getting, and I'm thankful I have that amount. So I graduated last year, but I'm not looking for a job. Let me be honest. I'm not looking for a job with my certificates, because one, I need to go for internship, which is unpaid, and it's for the whole year. My dad cannot do that because it's expensive, and my sister is still in school, though she's finishing next year. From January, she'll be on attachment. So the amount that I'm paying right now, 5,000 for school fees from next year, because I was paying monthly, so that um, let's say first term here in Kenya, it's 4 months. So when I pay monthly, that's 20,000. So I make sure when I'm paying for the 4 months that I'll pay, okay, how can I explain? I pay upfront, right? Right. So when she closes for this term, I have already we have the school fees for next term. So when she opens, we clear the school fees, then we continue, because every month I have to give that 5,000. We have been very, very strict with money with my dad, because I'm helping him. So he is also part of it. So when I remove the 5,000, he also removed the 5,000. So we clear the school fees before she starts the term. That has helped us a lot. Okay, right now, as she's going on attachment, the amount will maybe reduce to 2,000. So the 3,000 that will, because I said I was removing, I was giving 5,000. So if it reduces to 2,000 for the upkeep, my dad will do his part. Maybe it's not 2,000, maybe 1,500, 1,500 per month. So the amount that will be, because the amount has reduced, I'll be keeping it in a bank, because I have a lot. I have a lot to do as my YouTube journey is going on. I have to buy a laptop. I was using my my work laptop, but it crashed. So I'm not having a laptop. I have to buy my own, not for the job, but my own for YouTube. I have to buy a camera. So those are like for the examples that I have to, with the little amount I'm getting from my work. So I've been preparing this for a long time, and I was saying, thank you, Jesus, because I'm finishing up with my sister so that I can plan myself. And this also has helped me, because there's a video I did when I was going. The title, I think, was fixing my finances. So I went to the bank purposely to make sure my bank is okay, so that I can be putting in my bank, even if it's 200 shillings when I get some, so that it helps me for my plans. I want to be saving in a bank. So that's what I was doing. So that's that. So if you have watched until this point, kindly give the video a like and subscribe if you have not. So watch and from the start, so that you can understand what I'm talking about. But I'll do another video to explain to you how I'm saving for the camera, which is 50,000 Kenyan shillings. That's around not 50,000 flat, because it's $500. So it's maybe 65,000. I want a camera, and I want a laptop, which is around maybe $330, which is 35. or 40,000, I want to buy with this work that I'm doing, because YouTube right now it's not paying me. But it's a strategy that I've kept. Like next year I have to achieve that, because I have seen I'm going to finish my sister's college school fees. So the extra amount I'll be saving for the bigger things. And that's why maybe someone who watches my video, because I do a daily lives, my day-to-day activities, you can see my house. I don't have like fancy things, but I survive and I don't care, because as I said, I don't buy things that I don't need in my house because of the tight budget. Yes, so that's that. So I've been doing that for some time now, for, as I said, since my sister joined college, and now she's finishing. And you can see the same way my house is the same way I came here. Not exactly the same way, but I've never added anything. Maybe some few, like the duvet, because of the cold season, but everything else I survive with a little. So I don't have like a, the money rule, the 50-30, is it 50-30-20 rule? 50 you do the expenses, and 30, I don't know, you do the entertainment, and you do what, and then 20 you save. I was not saving anything, because there's no money to save. I had no money to save. But right now I'm so glad to announce, or to say, at least I have something in my bank. I've been squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. Even when the tripod broke, I said I didn't plan for that. Nobody plans for that. And I didn't have a budget for a tripod. But I had to squeeze, because it's my work. I love YouTube. So every time I have like an excess, like maybe 100 shillings, I make sure I put it in my bank, provided I have food for the whole month, and I've paid rent. I've paid because rent, you pay rent with water. In the rent there's water, but electricity you pay by yourself. So when I pay rent, I pay electricity, I have food, my gas is okay, I have charcoal, I'm sorted. And I have like 500 for the whole month. I am sorted, because I make sure that I just eat what I can afford. I don't eat like, there was a time when I was eating maybe like meat every day, but that went down completely to zero, because I could not afford. And I'm not ashamed to say that my simple life, that's why I do my simple life like in a bed sitter, because I'm not ashamed of it. The way I live is because I want to live like that. If I wanted to live in an expensive house, I will, but it will be a struggle to me, or for my dad, because I'm or my sister, because I have to help. I want to help. It's not like I have to, but I want to help my dad. He has struggled with us, with me, because I went to university, and it was so expensive. And my sister went to college, which is not expensive as university, but the amount right now is not. My dad could not do like provide for the whole tuition fee, and also the upkeep. So I had to chip in. It's not like he told me you have to. I wanted to, because it's like I like seeing my dad not struggling a lot, because when growing up, I didn't know. I thought we were rich. I thought we were rich. When I came of age, I knew we were not rich, because we were struggling. When you are kid, when we are kids, we always see our parents like superheroes. You cannot tell us anything about the parents, because we know they are rich, they are wealthy, but that was not the case. Like, it was not the case for me. And then when I finished college, it took me some years to graduate. So I lagged behind because of that. And also I didn't want to like just depend on the career that I went to school for, because I could not get the job immediately. I have to go for internship and everything. But right now, guys, this video was just to encourage you that you can plan yourself with the little you have, even if it's 10,000 shillings, and you are not in a big city. The problem comes when you are in a big city. You have to when you find a house near your workplace, it's expensive. And when you find a house where it's away from your work, you have to use transport. Maybe the food might be cheaper, but housing and transport, you have to make sure they don't collide. Because if you go like you go far away from work, you have to use transport. And for example, in Nairobi, our capital city, the prices are not constant. So when it rains, the prices shoot, they hike the price. Or when it's too late and you want to get somewhere early, sometimes the prices, you have to take an Uber or a piki, that's a motorcycle, to get there faster. So I thank God I'm in an area that is not, it's a small upcoming town, and also it's not so expensive. The housing is at least. That's why I said it depends with where you are. You can plan yourself. It doesn't matter how much you get, but you just can plan yourself, and then yeah, you survive. Like for me, I don't have entertainment, like the amount for entertainment going out. I don't have that because I love watching the movies. So what I makes me like I love my life because what makes me I I like going out, eating out, yes, but when you don't have that luxury to take yourself out and have like a good time, you find a way to entertain yourself. So me, I love movies. So that's why sometimes when I do vlogs, I say this is my Saturdays, Saturdays are my movie nights, so I always watch movies. And at work we have internet, so I just download from work. Previously I was going to a movie shop to download, but now because I had a laptop, I was just downloading from work, then coming to watch. Now the laptop has gone. I still download from my to my phone, then come and watch. So entertainment, I have entertainment, but zero amount, zero money. So that's the way I've been surviving. And as I said, as I'm finishing up with the responsibility of school fees, also I need to plan now myself, because I've been putting many things off for myself. I've been putting them off because I knew if I get into something, it will compromise the money part, because everything is money. So if I decide to do something, it will compromise my money part, and that will affect my dad, and it will affect my sister who was in school. But right now, I am planning big things. I'm planning big things. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm praying that this video encourages someone to feel encouraged that they can do many things, or they can do more with the little they have. It's not like you have to get 100, like to be paid more, or like around 100,000. Even the 10,000, you can survive with it, and you can help somewhere, or you can save. So for me, if I could be saving the 5,000, I could be far, you see. But now I was education is investment, so I was investing in my sister. So it's not like it's making me mad or something, but I'm happy I helped my dad. And yeah, so this is me telling you how I survive with the little I have. And if you have been encouraged with this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and also watch till the end, so that you can understand how, or the steps you can use, so that you can survive with the little you have. So thank you so much for the thank you so much for coming today and watching my videos. If you have enjoyed it, kindly give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe, you can comment down below, and let me know how you survive with the what you have. I know we don't we don't earn the same, because we are different people, and we have different jobs. So tell me how you also survive. So thank you so much. See you tomorrow in the next vlog. Bye bye.